that time of the year when we talk about project management again. And today we're going to talk about becoming a project manager in 2025. This is the first in a two-series video, and I promise you it's going to be an interesting session today. If you haven't clicked the follow button yet, please follow this channel, like, comment, and share this video. Our goal is to help provide content that help you learn and develop in your career. My name is Ayo. I'm a certified project management professional, popularly called a PMP. I have multiple agile certifications and multiple certifications cutting across different fields with years of experience, leading projects, managing project managers, managing programs, and managing a project management office. And I help people get into project management, both in IT and non-IT, and help existing project managers achieve their full potentials. I've helped people with zero project management experience or tech skills to transition into project management. So whether you're an aspiring project manager, you're a new project manager, or an experienced project manager looking for that experienced and awesome coach and mentor, you are in the right place. Let's dive straight into it, guys. How do you become that awesome project manager in 2025? So before we get started, I like to talk about who project managers are as usual, because not everyone is on the same page. And I'm going to start by talking about project managers as the glue that holds a project together. So as project managers, one of the foundational things that we're doing is that we help identify project goals and project scope, because without a project scope, the project can achieve nothing, right? So the scope is important for us to deliver what the stakeholders want. So project managers help to identify project goals and scope. They help to ensure that whatever the results that are being expected on the projects are, that result comes to life, right? So they help to ensure that deliverables are delivered on time. They help to manage all the project resources. So irrespective of who that resource is, at the end of the day, as I mentioned, the project manager is the glue that holds everything together. And project managers document project processes using different project management tools. And we're going to talk about those tools as well that you need to know in 2025 today. Project management managers' responsibilities are limitless. So we do budgeting, risk management, plan schedule, uh, do lots of planning for the team, help to monitor progress, report on that progress, document, provide leadership, manage and plan activities and resources, communicate with stakeholders, just to mention a few. So that's what project managers do for those of you who are looking to getting into the project management industry. And where do project managers play? Some of you would think project managers only work in IT. Project managers work everywhere, right? So today, I've selected a couple of industries where project managers work, and they work practically everywhere, as I mentioned. So project managers work in the medical field, right? So you see new drugs coming to life, you see new medical equipment coming to life. There are project managers behind that, right? You see in aviation, in both in building planes or building aviation equipment, building helicopters, in the aviation industry, in the travel industry itself. Project managers are there in construction. This is the foundation of project management. Project managers also work in agriculture. So to get food to your table, there are project managers who are involved. Project managers work in space tech. They work in government. Government is one of the highest employers of project managers across the world. Project managers work in banking, and you find them working in treasury, in banking operations, anti-money laundering, and so on and so forth. So you have project managers also working in the education space, bringing to life, tools to help individuals, to help students to learn better, to build new schools. Project managers work in planning, how even in developing syllabus, right? So project managers work in the education field, they work in the military, they work in information technology, which is what a lot of people are interested in. They work in the energy field, they work in HR, consulting, in retail, in wholesale, and so on and so forth. So project managers work everywhere. So if you're thinking of breaking into project management and you're thinking, am I the right person for project management? Everybody's right for project management. How you play in there is what's different, right? And then something else you want to know is whatever industry you're in, project managers are there, right? And sometimes you yourself may have been doing things that project managers do without consciously knowing that those are things that project managers do, right? So that's one of the things I would like to talk about today. And those are some of the things I have also shared in previous videos, and I will continue to share to ensure that people get educated about what project managers do and how they can break into the project management industry. So today I'm going to use examples so that people can get it quickly. And I'm going to talk about what a project manager would do on a normal day in an organization. So I've picked two sample project managers to give you an understanding of what a project manager does on a day-to-day basis. And mainly project manager, like I mentioned earlier, is the glue that holds the project together. So as the project manager, you're working with leadership on one hand, and typically you would find yourself engaging with the project leadership committee, or in some cases, you have them being called a steering committee. And then you also find project managers working with management committees or executive committees. They could be called MANCOM. I'm just using this example. So you're the one who's speaking to these people and taking the vision that the organization has for the project or have for the project and taking it to the other side, which is the delivery team, which is the technical and the operational team, right? So you have a project team that is comprised of people from the technical side and from the operational side. So as a project manager, you're collaborating with both the technical and non-technical roles. And in this example, I'm using an ERP project manager where you as a project manager, you're helping to deliver maybe an ERP like SAP, for example, right? So what you're doing is you will be working with two teams, typically a technical team and an operational team. On the technical side, you'll be working with people like integration specialists, you work with functional consultants, you work with developers, you work with system architects, database administrators, QAs and so on and so forth. And on the operational side, you would also work with people who own the process, right? So the business process owners, you work with people like your change manager who's helping you to drive change in projects where you need training, where the end users need training. You might be working with a training coordinator, depending on what the scope of your project is. So this is an example, the number one example I'm going to share with you guys today. I'm also going to share with you another example of a medical project managers. As you guys are aware, project managers work in every field. And I know a lot of people think, do project managers work in the medical field? Yes, they do, right? So I've spoken about it before now, that when you see new drugs coming up, when you see new medical equipment coming up, you see clinical trials being held, you see new hospitals being built, you see process flows being developed in hospitals, project managers are behind all those things that you see, right? Not saying that project managers are the only ones doing it, but project managers are behind it. They're the ones that's gluing everything together to ensure that the vision comes to life in very clear terms, in terms of a deliverable. So in a sample medical project, right? So a medical project manager would also do the same thing that an ERP project manager would do. Project managers do practically the same thing, helping leadership. So I mentioned the management committee, the project leadership committee on one hand, which is a project governance, linking with the delivery team. For a medical project, let's assume we're building a medical device, a new medical device. So you would have people like, say, a health information system specialist. You would have quality assurance because there's always QA working on practically every project. You have a data analyst, for example. You have a biomed engineer. Maybe we're developing a new patient medical record solution, right? So you have a biomed engineer, and then on the operational side of things, you have the clinical staff. So clinical staff will include doctors, nurses, and medical lab scientists, technicians, and all that. And then you have hospital administrators, for example, and you would also have compliance because with things that are medical would come compliance, right? If you're using patient medical records, you would need a compliance officer on your project who would guide you, tell you what your responsibilities are in delivering that project without impacting the organization's privacy rules and whatever the national privacy rules or the international privacy and personal health information protection rules are. So that's in a nutshell what project managers do using these two examples. So now that we have an understanding of who project managers are, what they do, what industries they play in, we've seen examples of project managers. What tools do project managers use? In 2025, if you want to be a project manager that would excel, you want to go learn these tools, okay? And you don't have to learn all the tools, but you want to learn at least 2 to 3 of these tools. Okay, so I've used examples here. There are many more tools than what you guys see on the screen today that are out there. However, I'm using these as samples, and the tools that you see on the screen are mostly the most popular tools that you have out there in the industry. So as a project manager, you want to break into the industry, you want to excel in 2025, you want to go learn tools like Microsoft Project. You want to learn how to use Microsoft Project. You want to learn tools like Monday.com. If you're in the construction industry or you're planning to break into the construction industry, you want to go learn Primavera P6. You want to know how to use it. You want to use or learn how to use tools like Basecamp, tools like Asana. We have ClickUp. ClickUp is a very good tool as well. You want to be able to use Smartsheet, and you guys know I wouldn't miss Jira out, right? So you want to learn how to use Jira. So that's important. So you want to break into the field in 2025. You're not a project manager yet, or you're a new project manager, right? These are the things you want to learn. So you want to learn these tools if you want to excel in 2025. Something else that would also give you a foot in the door would be certifications, okay? And these certifications would range from micro certifications to major certifications. However, today I'm going to focus on the key certifications that are out there, the popular ones, the ones that employers are looking for the most, okay? So let's start with Prince 2. For people in Europe, Prince 2 is the project management certification that is the most popular in Europe. So if you're in Europe, for instance, and you want to break into project management, you want to be taking a look at Prince 2. You want to see how you can get Prince 2. Okay. And in North America and most other parts of the world, the project management professional, the PMP certification is also critical. Okay. And you also want to look at the project plus, which is from CompTIA. There are people who like to do CompTIA certifications, the Security Plus. So you could also consider doing the Project Plus, right, as a project manager. And there's also this Google Project Management certificate that's been on, or the Google Project Management course that's been on for a while now, for a few years now, and people are getting it. Some are using it to land their dream jobs. You may also want to consider that. People would ask and say, which of these certifications is the best? I can't say which one is the best. What's the best would be what will get you what you want, right? And if it's in terms of looking for a job, I'll tell you to look at the area where you're in, go on job search engines or job site search websites and put in your desired certifications or put in any of these certifications on the job site that you use, right? And see how many jobs come up when you search with that keyword. That will tell you which of these certifications is the best for you if you want to break into that career, or if you're already there and you want to get better and you say maybe you want to pick up a certification to help your knowledge or to deepen your experience, then you could pick one of these based on the one that is most prevalent in your area. For me, I'm an advocate of the PMP. However, make sure you do what's best for you. So in 2025, you want to break into the industry. You're already working as a project manager and you need a certification. These are the certifications you want to consider. Okay, now let's talk about the things that are making and shaking the industry, right, in 2025. So as a project manager in 2025, one of the key things you want to understand how it works and you want to learn a little bit about it is artificial intelligence. So you understand how big artificial intelligence is. So artificial intelligence is expected to grow from about 600 billion globally in 2024 to about $2.6 trillion by 2032. So that shows you where the money is. And as the old saying goes, follow the money, right? So AI is changing practically everything. And as a project manager, you want to make sure that you're spending time understanding how AI works, right? One way or the other, most of us are already using AI. Either you're using the Microsoft Pilot or you're using ChatGPT or you're using Google Gemini or there's so many other AI tools out there today. However, you want to make sure that you're understanding how to use AI tools to better your career, to get better at the things you do. How do project managers use AI tools? So project managers use AI tools to do things like automated scheduling and planning. So there are tools out there like Liquid Planner, like Clockwise, like Motion that you can use, right? So these tools would help you automate your task scheduling, your resource allocation, how you manage your dependency, helps you to save time and reduce errors that would happen if this some of these schedules were built by a human being, right? And as you know, this AI uses algorithms and it would, suggest the best allocation of resources based on the project requirements. AI would also predict things like project outcomes based on current project progress and resource usage, risk factors to ensure that you can complete your projects early, right? So the machine learning models in AI would improve your forecasting accuracy and reduce delays or budget overruns if you use AI. And AI would help you with resource optimization, helping to match your teams with, their skill set. It would help you with improved collaboration. It can help identify potential risk using pattern recognition and things like historical data and help you to suggest ways, the right risk management approach to deal with that risk before the risk escalates, right? And we all know what virtual assistants are, chatbots, AI assistants that help you manage things like data entry, meeting scheduling, report generation that would free up your time for higher value activities. So these things are very important as a project manager in 2025. The question may come, how do I learn AI, right? So first thing I would say is there are lots of free courses out there that teaches you, you know, AI at a foundational level, right? So you want to start with that. You want to start with a foundational level AI understanding, you want to go out there and see some of these free courses on learning platforms that are being offered for free. So that's where you want to learn. You can also learn from YouTube, right? There are courses on AI. What does AI do? You want to understand the basics of AI. You also may want to consider looking at the PMI, the Project Management Institute, because they also have some AI courses. So those are some of the things you may want to consider in 2025 for you to break into the industry. One other thing I advise project managers is gain domain knowledge. Okay. So project managers, as I said, work everywhere. However, as a project manager, one of the key things that you have to think about in 2025 is you have to be that generalist specialist. So as a project manager, you're expected to know everything, but you have to have in-depth knowledge in something. Employers prefer project managers that present, a something unique in terms of knowledge, right? Because that would help you with solving specific problems. So, and there are so many domains out there that you could learn from, right? And you could learn things in IT, it could be DevOps and automation, it could be telecoms, it could be software testing, quality assurance, software development, hardware and networking, it could be cybersecurity, it could be cloud. Just ensure that you have a niche, right? So, and it doesn't have to be IT, depending on what you're looking for. It could be agriculture, things like aquaculture, agribusiness, it could be in banking, in credit, in anti-money laundering, it could be in insurance, it could be in healthcare. Just ensure that you have a niche. So you're still that general project manager that can work on any project. However, you have a niche where you have some level of subject matter expertise in. So that's very important. And how does this help you? So with this, right, your skills are enhanced. People know you and they know that you're bringing something to the table, right? So this helps you, especially for those who are trying to break into the industry. This helps you with your job search. You're able to go to interviews and you're able to convince employers better because of the skills that you're bringing in to the table. And it also brings about credibility for experienced project managers. This is not a field where you stop learning. It's a field where you continue to learn even when you land a job, right? So for experienced project managers, now I'm talking to you, this would help you to build credibility. Okay. And then in 2025, one of the key things you want to be doing is networking, right? So as a project manager, you want to network and you want to look for a mentor, okay? And in looking for that, how does that help you? You're able to get career guidance, you're able to develop your skills better. Remember, when there's someone who has the experience, who's guiding you, that helps you, right? If you're a network of people, of like minds, people who you mostly aspire to be, that would help you to develop, know where your deficiencies are, and then you're better able to develop your skills. And then you have to and network everywhere. Network at work, network in your social events. Just make sure that you're creating the right network. Go to social media channels, network there, and you would see the result over time. It might be difficult in the beginning, but at the end of the day, you're going to get the results that you desire. And this will give you real world insights, right? When you're networking, you're seeing people bring in practical experiences because as an individual, there's so much experience you can gain, right? So you need other people, you need to lean on other people's experiences to be able to build things, to be able to make progress. So these are things that are important. And then it helps you to build confidence. You're able to take continuous feedback from different people that would help your career, either as a new project manager or as an existing project manager. And then, as you may know, guys, there's a lot of opportunities in networks. There are hidden opportunities out there that you can only tap into when you belong to a specific network. And for those who are trying to break into the industry, these are the places where you get volunteering opportunities. And guys, finally, I'm going to talk about this. Ensure in 2025 that you're consistent. I've seen so many people talk about it like, hey, you know what? I'm going to do this year. However, they get there and they never get it done, right? Consistency is the key, right? You have to be consistent. Get into these networks. Don't go to those meetings just once. Go multiple times, right? Build that reputation. That's one of the things you want to do. And then in 2025, you want to excel as a project manager, guys, you have to know how to analyze data. You have to know how to interpret data. Those are some of the key things that you want to learn in 2025. And how does this help you? It helps you to make better decisions, right? You're able to use real-time data insights to make informed decisions quickly, which will minimize delays and risks on your project. And it helps you, with performance tracking. You're able to view dashboards. You're able to understand project health, resource utilization. You're able to use historical data to refine future project plans and in forecast. And, with cost and schedule optimization, you're able to use that to have better productivity, gain better productivity, to optimize budgets and schedules and your schedule on your project. You'll be able to use insight from past projects to estimate realistic timelines and financial plans. So that's critical, right, in your project. And finally, you're able to manage your risks better. As a project manager, you'll be able to identify your risk patterns. If you're able to analyze data, this would enable you as a project manager to develop very good contingency plans for your project. As I mentioned, this is the first in a series of two videos on how you can get into project management in 2025, how you can become a better project manager in 2025. I want to say a big thank you for staying up till this point. And what's next for you guys, right? Ensure that you guys practice again and again and again. Remember, that's what I always say. Practice, practice, practice. Once you practice, as the old saying goes, practice makes perfect. Okay. And guys, don't forget to follow our channels on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, and TikTok at AAA Consults. And if you've got questions, please feel free to reach out. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment on this video. If there are other tips you have for other project managers as well, you can put it in the comments. If you have questions, you can put your questions there as well. And we have another free session coming up as usual. Feel free to join us. You can check our Instagram page or our TikTok page. We usually have them there for our next free session. So ensure you're joining our next free session. And once again, guys, I'm going to say practice, practice, practice. If you got questions, guys, you want to break into project management, you're looking for a leader to guide you, you're looking for mentors, reach out to us. We can always do that. We have a class coming up soon in February 2025. And if you want to join that class, it's a practical project management class where you gain hands-on experience in project management. Feel free to reach out to us on these numbers. And you can also reach out to us on our Instagram channels where we would guide you and help you to become that experience and that wonderful and that awesome project manager. You're an experienced project manager, you're looking for guidance from an experienced project manager, you're at the right place. Guys, I want to see your success stories as well. Continue to share. I'll see you then. Thank you.